So, hello everyone. Today we are going to understand the fluid mosaic model of the plasma membrane. So, the fluid mosaic model was first proposed by Singer and Nicholson in 1972, and because of this, they get Nobel Prize also. So, most accepted model of explaining the ultrastructures of plasma membrane. During the 19th century time, the people were very were very curious about the structure of the cell or membrane. So they were trying to understand what would be the structure of membrane by uh, ultra microscope and electron microscope, different structures. So first of all, Singer and Nicholson in 1972 give a perfect structure which is most accepted till date, and that is fluid mosaic model. Here fluid refers to the lipid layer and mosaic refers to the protein layer. Now, as you can see, this is the image as you can see over here is the fluid mosaic model actually. So, the red parts you can see are the head of the lipid layer, and the black parts which are moving inside are the tail of the lipid layer. So the head of the lipid layer is hydrophilic head of phospholipid molecules. That means it loves water. It does not hate water because the it is present in its surrounding which has 70% water inside it. So it is the hydrophilic head which loves water. Next is hydrophobic tail, that hate water, and hence it is inside in both the cases. Now, the green structures as you can see are the protein. So, these are phospholipid bilayer. That means phospho means protein and lipid means lipids. And there are two layers of this. So, these are known as phospholipid bilayer. Also, the proteins are embedded internally or externally. If they are present internally, they are known as integral protein, and if they are present outside, they are known as peripheral proteins. So, the peripheral proteins are also known as extrinsic protein, and the integral protein are also known as intrinsic protein. Now, some proteins have glycolipid and glycoprotein on them. So, glycolipid is the sugar that is attached to the lipid layer, and glycoprotein is the sugar that is attached to the protein layer. Also, there is a integral protein present which helps in the movement of selectively substances that the cell wants to get in. For example, like aquaporin. Aquaporin is a specialized channel which allows only water to come inside. So, these integral proteins give a channel and make an active transport or passive transport for the movement of water and different types of enzymes, acids, etc. to come inside the cell, because from the normal layer of the cell the things cannot come inside. Only gases can diffuse from one place to another, that is oxygen and CO2. Next is the integral protein. The integral protein are very much inside the plasma membrane, and hence they are very hard to extract out. But the external proteins are outside of the membrane, periphery to the membrane, hence they are easily extracted by the help of some detergents. Next is, let's see the points over there. Plasma membrane is made up of phospholipid bilayer, as I told you. Next is protein found on the cell surface, peripheral or extrinsic protein. So those which are found on the surface is known as peripheral protein or the extrinsic protein. And those which are found inside the cell, inside the are known as integral protein or internal protein. Next is plasma membrane maintains shell shape, act as mechanical barrier, help in transportation of substances. That is very true, that the plasma membrane act as a barrier for the substances to come and go inside the cells. Protein embedded in lipid membrane are called integral protein or intrinsic protein. Also, the phospholipid molecule has hydrophilic head and hydrophobic tail, as I have told you. Now let's see the plasma membrane composition, that is lipid and protein are present in a specific ratio, that is 52 ratio 14 40. Lipid ratio of protein, protein ratio lipid is equals to 52 ratio 40, and the proteins that are extrinsic and intrinsics are divided on the basis of ease of extraction only. So that's also important. Now see the functions of the of the plasma membrane. Function is secretion. They help in secretion of substances. They help in cell growth. They help in cell division. They help in junction formation. Yes, junction formation is required for the movement of substances from one cell to the other cell. And the last is transport. They also help in transport of substances from one cell to another cell. So these were the functions of our plasma membrane and the fluid mosaic model, which was given by Singer and Nicholson in 1972. It is very important. So that's all for today. Thank you.